Hello, beautiful soul. So I decided to make a longer video because I could literally talk forever. I don't shut up, but this is my forte. Um, but I wanted to see if Spirit had a message today that goes a little deeper. Um, and I do feel that. Let's see. Now we're in a completely different time, a completely different reality, a completely different realm. And every day that goes by, it's as if we enter a new life. But if you are too encompassed by what you're seeing and experiencing, by the work, by the dramas, by the news, by all of these things, you can't catch it, or it's much harder to catch it. Like it's undeniable when you tap into it. When you go outside and you feel the sun on your face and you just feel good. You're like, oh wow, I just feel good today. It's so much deeper than that. Like it's so much deeper than going outside and like feeling the energy and just being like, oh, I'm in a good mood today. It has to do with so much change going on within your body, so many solar flares coming from the sun, so much love being sent from your star family and star families like up above that have been guiding and assisting you your whole life. And it's incredible. But there's a lot of change going on, and I've been told that every day, every moment, I shouldn't say every day, but every moment you have to recreate yourself by going within, even if it's 20 minutes a day, whatever you can possibly do. You know, people got kids, people got, own businesses. I know that a lot of people are very busy. I try my best every second that I possibly have to myself. I just went on a bachelor weekend for my best friend Tim, 6 days in Jersey, and they kept catching me out on the fucking balcony, like meditating. And my buddy Tim, he was freaking plastered, and he finds me on the balcony meditating, and he's just like, because it was a 3-floor Airbnb, and I found myself meditating like every couple of hours, like literally whenever I possibly could, He's like, am I bothering you? And I'm like, no, not at all. But yeah, he was. But yeah, so I try to disconnect as much as possible because they say that the past doesn't exist. And the more you identify with my identity, Richard, I have to not identify with this person anymore. I want to be the best version of myself. But the best version of myself is not my past, is not my past identities. It's like I own this and I own that. No, you're not the things that you own. You can't. Like, these are all identities. Like your house, your cars, like all these things are identities. And that's why it's so easy when these people go to like these monasteries, they sell everything. They get rid of everything they own. That's why they say like you're supposed to have like the least amount of things, like material things. I tried to justify it by putting like spiritual stuff on my vehicles, like I'm going to advertise for God. With my truck. I put $100,000 into my car that's still not done, and I justified it by saying I'm going to advertise for God, and put like crystals in the wood panels and stuff inside, whatever. But and I had a lot of letting go to do because I identified with my truck. Because I put so much work into it, I identified with it. It's like a piece of my soul that I had to retrieve. And they say you have to do the same work. Like you have to let go and retrieve pieces of your soul from objects, from things or people, and retrieve a lot of energy. So you probably have blockages. I mentioned Dr. Bradley Nelson in my short clip. I try to do the short clips, but there's so much to say. There's so much information, especially about the trapped emotions. The energy that's encompassing you right now is helping you release this energy. So it's going to get easier and easier and easier as time moves forward. It might even be pointless for me to tell you this right now, that you are naturally going to heal. Like it's naturally going to come. Everything's coming up. All these traumas from your past, they're naturally coming up to the surface, and you have to relive it in order to let it go. It's all coming up because it has to be released in order for you to rise and become your best self and enter that life of freedom that we're all trying to get to, that heaven on earth. We're all here in this together. We're all trying to get there together. And you've been carrying it within you your whole life. Literally, like if you're a good person, if you have a soul, then you're in this. We're in this together. We're in the same boat here. Like you are literally helping all of humanity just by breathing, just by being here. But we can help more and more and more as this energy supports us and lifts the amnesia of who you are, why you're here, what your purpose is. But everything is energy. Everything is energy, and we take outside what we see too seriously. It's like people that don't react as much to their outer world, they hold on to nothing. They're the ones that don't hold on to anything. They just allow life. They allow and let go and let God. Like the people that don't dwell on things, I naturally have insane anxiety that I am letting go of, but I would always overthink. I'm an overthinker. I would always overthink, and I'm also an empath, and I'm very super sensitive. So I would always hold on to shit, you know? But now I understand that I have to let things go. The more you hold on, the more pain you're holding on to. So you really need to let go of especially certain situations. If somebody talks shit about you at work, it's like, it's okay. It doesn't matter. Like you have to literally let everything just roll off and just all the water just flow like water. Like nothing can bother you. The more you disconnect, the better you feel. When you realize that you don't identify with this anymore. You want to be in a greater place. You want to be free. You want to be financially free. You want to be health-wise free from pain and suffering and illness and all these things. We are capable of that. But it takes a lot of letting go. Like a full-blown ego death is what they're telling me. Like we need a full-blown ego death, because your ego is going to try to hold on to everything in this realm and all of your identities. And your ego is going to make it more difficult for you to let go. But that's also exactly why it's going to get easier, because these energies that are coming in, these super high frequency waves, higher dimensional frequency waves are literally, these waves are literally like hitting your ego. Like, and taking that ego and stripping that ego away from you. So it's easier and easier for you to let go. So as time moves forward, it's going to get easier for you to become your true self and to be in that space of freedom, that feeling of freedom that's within you. So since you carry heaven within you, you can tap into heaven. And the easiest way is to use your imagination. Like, what does your heaven look like? That's why I ask everyone, like, what does your heaven look like? Because when you visualize it, really, and you go in, you'll feel it. You'll feel the happiness because you're visualizing it, right? But the reason why you're feeling it is because you're making it real. You're creating it. It's real because you're feeling it. So that is proof that your imagination is actually real because you feel it. And when you feel it, you can hold that vibration. And the longer you hold it, the closer you get to that becoming or coming into your outer reality, or you ascending to that point where you just attract the right people into your life. You attract the right situations into your life that gets you to that highest point. But you have to do it without limitation, because all of your limitation comes from your identities and your past. That, like Richard, for instance, Richard holds on to a lot of limiting beliefs that I'm trying to let go of. And I need to continuously let go of my past in order to let go of those limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs such as, I can't heal myself. That's impossible. How can you heal yourself? Well, if you get into Reiki, and you get into literally the substance of what everything is in this reality, you realize, oh, it is very possible. Like I have actually healed myself of things. I've healed other people of things with doing Reiki, energy work, and we need to take that a step further. So your DNA is not even activated yet. It's in the process of being activated by all these energies coming in. And that is the main bullet point of any presentation, spiritual. That's the biggest news that anybody can give you, is that your DNA was dormant. You were literally turned off, like the light switch was turned off for reasons of domination and slavery and control and all that shit. But that's all changing. You know, we've shifted into a new time, not just a new timeline, but literally a new dimension. We're rising through the dimensions right now. Everything is aiding you. Everything is helping you. Everything's happening in your favor. But now it's up to you to really send it home, because the energies support you in doing so. So when you really step out of the box, you zoom out. That's an amazing meditation, by the way, to really zoom out. When you're in that present moment, Zoom out. Go above the earth. Don't even be here. And really feel how much bullshit we've been accepting into our lives. Because that's essentially what you're doing. You're literally zooming out of the drama of this life, and you're hovering above the earth, and you're like, what the fuck? Why was I taking all this shit so seriously? Like, this is really who I am. What I am, I should be always above the bullshit, because you're able to be. So why would you choose to be in all the drama and the pain and the suffering? Because you didn't realize you didn't have to be. But now you don't have to be. We don't have to be. We're all in the same boat here. We're all trying to help each other. Like, we're all trying to help each other, but not everyone is ready to wake up. Not everyone is at that point in their life when they're supposed to, you know? And that's why I can't push anything on anybody. And I don't force anything on anybody. And nobody knows everything. I'm just trying to help with what I'm told from Spirit and what my guides are teaching me. Because there's someone out there that may be able to use this information, you know, because maybe this is your time. Maybe this is your time. Maybe you're listening to this right now because you're meant to, and because you are meant to break out of the matrix at this time and become your higher self together. And we're all in this together. But like I said, there are souls that are meant to stay behind because they are going to choose to. So you can't force anybody to wake up to the fabric of this reality and the capability of your true potential, because that's what we're talking about. It's going to be easy for you to heal. It's going to be easy for you, like literally everything around you. This is what I've been getting for the last month, was everything around you is able to heal you because you create what is possible. Your limiting beliefs are telling you, oh, no, this is what's possible because doctors say this or this. Everything that was told to you, consider it a lie. Consider everything you've ever learned was a lie. You need to let go of everything. You create what's possible. And that is the biggest step towards becoming our true selves. Because our true selves at home, this is not your home, but your true self, your higher self, knows damn well that anything is possible. And we all know that miracles are possible. We've seen miracles, we've heard of miracles, we've experienced miracles ourselves, at least a couple of times in our lives, I would assume. But the whole thing is that the very air that you breathe, think of it as energy. You're connected to all things. There's no separation. It's an illusion of separation. So every breath that you take, think of it, okay, yeah, oxygen, it's energy. And not only is it energy, it's as structurable as your water. So you can structure everything around you. Everything you consume can heal you. It's all about your intention. They say your intention is as strong as gravity. Your intention is as strong as gravity. The food you eat, the air you breathe, everything around you can be healing. Just existing, just breathing can heal you of your past. The wind blowing. When I'm meditating or I'm walking and I feel a nice breeze, I am literally, with my intention, I'm saying to myself, this breeze is literally blowing the past off of me. It's blowing the pain away from me. You are the creator of your reality. You just forgot, and we were left to relearn it. But we're coming out of the amnesia, and it might sound insane to a lot of people, but I've experienced energy healing. I've experienced energy manipulation, and I've seen a lot of actual evidence that doctors and scientists have come up with. You could watch Gaia TV. Gaia TV has everything that I'm talking about. If you haven't downloaded Gaia TV, it's like a Netflix. You go on your smart TV, download it. Everything that I'm talking about, all things spiritual are on it, and you can learn all this stuff if you don't already know it. The greatest one is the water experiment. Dr. Emoto is a Japanese scientist that I'd have to look him up, but this is a famous one where he froze the droplets of water after focused emotion. So the droplets of water that were froze, that were of anger and frustration, anxiety and all those, they were ugly, distorted snowflakes, right? All the happy, joy, love, they were all these beautiful snowflakes, right? And that, it never failed. It proved that your mind manipulates matter. But not only that, like your body is 70% water. So just like Tesla said, Everything is energy, frequency, and vibration. Think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Every cell of your body has a vibration. So a sick cell has a lower vibration. A healthy cell, a higher vibration. Your entire body as a whole has a healthy vibration. Vegetables, everything you consume has a certain vibration. So you can lift up or lower your frequency depending on what you're eating and consuming. So I try to drink only high pH water, and all this stuff. But you also have the ability to go far beyond that on a quantum level by changing the molecular structure. You can bless your food. You can literally put positive energy into your food. There's people that don't have the money to afford good food, and they bless their McDonald's, and they are healthy as if they're eating good food. So you create the limits. You create what's possible. Everything is impossible until somebody does it, and that's what they're saying right now. They're saying the person, Eddie Hall, lifted half a ton. It was told to be impossible. It was deemed impossible to lift for a human, to lift a half a ton, which is 1,000 pounds, off the floor. He proved that you can do it. And ever since, people have been doing it. Just like the fastest runner. It was impossible to do, I forgot what it was. What is it? Under 4 minute fucking mile or something. It was impossible to do it, but then somebody did it, and then a bunch of people did it. It's always impossible until someone proves that it is possible. And they're saying we are capable of creating what is possible, creating the limits. And the only limit is your imagination. So that's the biggest message for today, because they're waiting for us to break out. They're waiting for us to realize who we are, why we're here, and that is why you're here. You're here to break out. You're here to realize your true potential and to be free in heaven on earth. Heaven on earth is not just this prophecy. It's an actual thing that's happening right now. It's actually occurring, and people don't believe that, but the energy supports it. We're actually in the most positive timeline possible right now. And if you could believe that, things were supposed to be much, much worse than they seemingly are. And the media will proclaim that everything, like, they just blow everything out of proportion. You're not supposed to watch the media. Don't watch the news. You need to be in your heart. You need to be in your heart. You need to be in the present moment. You dictate. Your vibration matters. Did I just do that? How do I flip it back? Hello again. But yeah, so I printed out a declassified CIA document that stated that your vibration, your personal vibration, can be felt on the other side of the planet. Now think about that. You're not small and insignificant by any means. You can literally be felt on the other side of the planet. There's no distance. Like, you're so powerful, so beyond what you believe powerful. And I am in the same boat as you. I am in the process of waking up and believing this and going through the stages of realizations over the years of my spiritual journey. But we have now, more than ever, the ability to do what it took monks 30, 40 years of meditating to do in a very short period of time, because we are supported by all this energy. We have the ability to quantum leap. In the present moment, we can literally collapse time. That's why time is moving so quickly. Everyone's saying, oh, time is moving so fast. A day feels like 5 minutes now, especially if you're busy. Like, literally the weeks are flying by. A month is a week is a day is an hour. Like, time is flying by because time doesn't exist. It's all an illusion. It doesn't exist. And once you step out of time, you step out of the matrix. You become free. And you realize that you are capable of anything. That you're not held down by anything. Age doesn't exist. If we didn't celebrate our birthday every year and proclaim that to the universe, how old we were, you definitely would not age that fast. People are known to literally reverse their aging process or stop their aging process completely by not believing in their age. They know that your body is meant to regenerate. You get a cut on your arm, your body heals, doesn't it? So it doesn't make sense if you think about it. Like, your body heals, so why are we still dying at 100? In ancient times, there was knowledge and scriptures of kings that lived thousands of years, like 20,000 years. Some guy lived, like, and I do believe that stuff, because I believe there were 3 different advanced civilizations on this planet before us. We could really imagine drinking with me. Can you imagine drinking with me? unbelievable. I wouldn't shut the fuck up. But this is all the stuff that I don't really talk about. And my spirit guides tell me I'm supposed to be a spiritual teacher. Once I break out, once I apply this to the best of my ability and I break out, that's when I will be able to teach, like fully. Once I really truly break out and enter that higher self space that I've been trying to get to, I will be able to teach others fully to do the same and to break out and to be in that space of joy and peace, how to change their lives, how to let go of their past, how to really step into heaven on earth and these higher dimensions, because you're in every dimension right now. You're not going anywhere. You're not leaving. It's only a state of mind. It's a state of being. You're not leaving. You're already in every dimension right now. You're already right now in this moment as I'm speaking to you, you are in the higher dimensions. You're in heaven on earth. You're in those timelines. You're in those realities. You simply have to vibrate for a long enough period of time at those higher levels. You need to be in that state. That's why we need to stop reacting to all the bullshit outside of us, because what's outside of you is nothing. What's outside of you is the past. What you see is the past. It's nothing. What's within you is everything. What's within you is your entire reality. It's everything. 99% of your reality is within you. Everything is within you. So you're not seeking anything outside of you. When I want to be a millionaire and I want to attract millions of dollars, it's an abundance within you that you're carrying. It's not outside of you. You're not seeking anything outside of you. It all comes from within. Like literally your reality has to pass through you before it's projected out. You are creating what's outside of you. Literally. So everything you're feeling is attracting or repelling things in and out of your life. So this is something we're going to realize on a very deep level. So you're going to hit realizations. The more you dive into this stuff, the more you open yourself up to communication and channeling, you're going to hit these realization points right at the divine time. But in the end, this is what we will realize. In the end, we're going to adopt this truth as 100% fact. The only reason we can't right now is because our DNA doesn't support it. Our DNA is being unlocked, and we're able to hit these realizations with the energy right now that's helping us out. But they're saying that you don't have to wait for anything, though. You're not waiting for anything because there's no such thing as time. And you can quantum leap. So that is my greatest freaking thing right now, is like I believe all of this stuff like fully. Like I really do. There's a little bit of fear involved because it's literally an ego death. Like I'm literally like killing myself without actually killing myself. Like it's a deep meditation, letting go, ego death. But on another level, they're saying, hey, you don't have to wait for anything. You're not waiting for anything because there's no such thing as time. You can quantum leap in the now moment to whomever you want to be, wherever you want to go, like whatever. Like if you want to be in heaven on earth, you're already there. You're already there. Like you're already in every dimension. You're just so convinced with these two eyes that you're in this past. You're so convinced that this is real still. But once you realize that it's not real and everything within you is far more real than everything outside of you, you're free. That's when you're free. That's when you quantum leap. That's when you enter heaven on earth, is when you hit that realization of all realizations where your inner world is more powerful than your outer world, infinitely. And that you are not separate from anything. The air around you is energy. You're literally connected to all things. Every atom in existence is the same stuff. They're all empty. The air is empty. The energy, like the atoms of my hand are the same as the atoms of the air around us. So you're literally all of existence. You're connected to all things. You're not separate from anything, but you're also not separate from all the other realities. You're not separate from all the other dimensions. You're not separate from literally anything. You are everything. You are the universe. That's why you can channel infinite energy. The tap is your limit of belief. So that's why we need to let go of our old selves, so we can let go of all of these limiting beliefs. There's no cap. There's no limit to what we can heal. There's no limit to what we can do, what we can attract, the abundance. It's all your imagination. It's all limiting beliefs that we're trying to let go of, which is our past identities. The more we let go of our past, the more we step into our imagination, believe in our imagination, believe in ourselves, believe in what's within us, believe that the emotion, the vibration, the frequency can override anything in our outside environment. All of these things have to be applied, and it's going to be easier and easier to apply it. So it's not going to happen overnight, but it can. And that's their point. Spirit says this can happen in an instant, but it takes a great deal of letting go, a very deep ego death and letting go and dive into the present moment in order to do so. We are all capable of being in heaven on earth right now, in this moment. We're already there. We actually are. We just don't see it yet because we have not adopted it as truth yet. We haven't adopted what is within us as truth, more so than outside of us. And you carry the heaven within you with every breath that you have ever been on this planet. With every breath, ever since you were born, you carried heaven within you, and you're carrying it right now. And that is why you're here, to allow the heaven within you to become the heaven outside of you. You came here to help me and help all other light workers create heaven on earth. And that is what we're doing right now. The good news is that it's inevitable and it's going to happen. That's great. Well, I'm always left to say when, but there's no time. And they say we don't have to wait. So technically we're already here. We just don't see it yet. So I'll leave it at that. That was a pretty nice rant. Love you. God bless you. And I'll see you on the other side.